what happens when the nation's top health official calls scientific consensus epidemic denial?
Instead of listening to this canard of epidemic denial, all you have to do is start reading a little science.
That's Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. at a recent news conference where he discussed a CDC report that was about the rising number of children in this country diagnosed with autism. And the report was very clear that the increase was because of better screening for autism spectrum disorder, particularly among underserved communities. RFK Jr.'s department oversees the CDC, which put out the study. Yet at the news conference, he contradicted their findings.
One of the things that I think that we need to move away from today is this ideology that the autism diagnosis, that the autism prevalence increases, the relentless increases, are simply artifacts of better diagnoses, better recognition, or changing diagnostic criteria. This epidemic denial has become a feature in the mainstream media, and it's based on an industry canard.
For context, RFK Jr. has long pushed the debunked claim that vaccines cause autism. And at this news conference, he reiterated his stance that autism is caused by environmental toxins like pesticides and pollution. He also downplayed the significance of genetics in autism, calling this research a dead end. Now, I talked to researchers who have been studying autism for years, and their research points to many factors, both genetic and other reasons. For instance, some are looking at the role of fevers and inflammation during pregnancy. They also shared their fears that their years of work might be under threat, because RFK Jr. is not just casting doubt on their work, but he's doing it from a high position of power. And he pledged to find the causes of autism by September. The researchers I spoke with said this is wildly unrealistic and likely to be not credible. One researcher I spoke with likened RFK Jr.'s statements, coupled with the widespread terminations of research grants by the Trump administration, to Lysenkoism. That's a time in the Soviet Union in the 1940s when research scientists who did not adhere to a political position of anti-genetics were tortured or imprisoned or executed. And while it's not an exact parallel, the administration's handling of autism research makes it clear that the landscape of research in America is rapidly changing, and we will be here to continue covering it.